In a universe where life does not end at death, we explore the infinite possibilities forged by our very minds. Welcome to our Thadeon anthologies. Greetings, fellow travelers and storytellers. Welcome to the Thadeon Anthologies podcast, where I, MS Thadeon, dive into the ever-expanding universe I'm developing and the deeper meaning behind it all. We are at the final entry of this Plasmatic Knight Saga. In it, Vir'enzok will be the focus, as he discusses with Master Forger Thadeon Sor the plans in the works for how to combat growing threats across the realms. So, without further ado, let's dive in. Emperor's son, Thadeon Sor. For whatever reason, the two of you had a grasp on the issues plaguing us. But now, it feels like there's a new one every mark, and fewer of us who are willing to maintain the peace. I have to thank you both every mark. Emperor, though you are not in the core, the foundations you set have made things easier on myself and the other elites to maintain the empire you built. And William, your son and family are just as reputable as your standing. Had you not been such an influence on the pillars before your death, I fear they would have already been lost at this point. To both of you, I thank you. His eyes widening from the sound of the lift stopping at the 74th level, Vir'enzok steps off and pulls his codex out. He approaches his personal chamber, beginning to contact Master Forger Thadeon Sor. As he enters the chamber, he approaches his desk that overlooks Vo'aro. He then places the codex into a slot in the side of it, which causes the surface to change to a touchscreen monitor, all while a pyramid extends off the desktop and projects a holocall, with Master Sor on the other end. Vir, good to hear from you. Hello, Thade. I wish I were calling with better news. Thadeon gives off a soft sigh and smiles. When is it ever? Shaking his head, Thade says, Lay it on me. Plan B is in motion, but... But what? Kyver was a bit more strategic than we planned, and he decided to send Hikori to Zentimore as point of contact. I see. How is she? Thankfully, she had no direct contact with the Electrum. However, she is under quarantine due to a residual effect from the planar resource. Thadeon thinks carefully. This is not good. It's spreading quicker than we thought. Has Elite Zector begun the Cravion research? It is scheduled to begin in a week. Should we contact him about a focus on the cure for this? No, that won't be necessary. Keep with the primary directive there. Vir'enzok nods. I agree. Also, I have not Antav on the Kyver directive as you suggested. Although, I do believe it is dangerous for Kyver to be near there since he has enhancements himself. Don't worry, Sigmund has done research which points to the overall contagion attacking implants rather than the enhancements. . How they managed to do this is another question. Perhaps Voss may know the answer to this when his specialists return. Thadeon shakes his head. Possibly. But I wouldn't count on it. Has the Senator given us any more information about the ongoing missions? Vir'enzok nods with hesitance. To an extent. They haven't managed to recover any Electrum, but apparently his network has been gathering more sightings across the Pretermit. In particular, an established Sector 400 we have yet to explore. But word should not get out about this sector, so that we have the element of surprise. Understood. Thadeon then looks over to his left, but the holocall doesn't pick what his attention is on. From this visual, Vir'enzok notices a concern in Thadeon's expression. Is everything alright? Apologies, Vir. It seems our team in the mainframe has just encountered a great anomaly. I must be off. What has occurred, if I may ask? The corruption in the Nexus Chamber has spread, and we believe it is the Architect. Apparently Sage Aaron has contracted the virus and has been taken out of the mainframe early. What of Arcantos? He is still inside. Shit. Alright. Farewell, Thade. Stay safe. And if death comes to you, may you be reborn in power. I thank you for listening to this entry. I wanted to keep this one short since the finale is going to be a longer one. Next week will be our final 2 guest entries. Then the week after that will be the finales of both the mainframe and Season 3. As this season comes to a close, I'd like to remind you, this is just the beginning of what is to be a new age of the core. Please, if you haven't yet, join our ThadionAnthologies.com, where you can create your own Chosen of the Core through the Reborn in Power RPG. You can also access more written codex entries that will expand your knowledge of this new expanding universe. And as Vir'enzok told Thadeon, and as I have told you at the end of each entry, be safe, stay safe, and if death comes to you, may you be reborn in power.